Hey guys, once you're here, I want to talk about advanced tactics and continue this series. I've had some videos about this before, and you guys like what you saw about that and mentioned they helped you out. So let's continue that. You can learn from my mistakes and see some observations I have and talk about some tips and strategies on how you want to conduct yourself in certain situations accordingly. In this predicament right here, I'm taking fire from a guy. He's got a tactical advantage with that cover. So I'm going to withdraw from that engagement, try to flank him, and unfortunately for me, he's thinking the same thing. So he meets me halfway, catches me out here in the open. And again, another example of how he's strafing back and forth here. I'm out of ammunition. Again, that weapon's not good at that range, and he takes advantage of that situation. And even though he's a noob right there, look at that rank. Nicely played, buddy. Well played. Right here again, most of you guys are aware of this. The grenade's a great tool for fleshing out enemies and even finishing them off once you've got hits on them like I do here. And I throw a grenade here, flush him off to the right, and unfortunately for him the grenade fishes him off. But don't be afraid to throw your grenade. It's a great tactic. It works most of the time. And again, most of you should know that by now. In this predicament here, I'm positioned Delta, same crossing. I start taking fire from multiple enemies. And call this camping if you will, but this is a successful gameplay. I start taking fire. I'm going to withdraw into a dark corner, lay prone, and give myself a huge aim to accuracy buff by laying prone. And most of you should know this too, that whenever you lay prone, your weapon becomes much more accurate. And even though these guys just barely have a little bit of their head over that container there, I'm still able just to pick it off there and get 2 headshot kills right there and go on and win. So again, good tactic, good gameplay on my behalf. Situations like this where you're cut out in the open, multiple enemies around you. Look at this guy catch me. Give him a little friendly teabag. Start getting shots behind me. Got a laser in my face. I'm going to pull back. Now watch how I pre-fire around this corner. I know this guy's going to be dumb and run after me. I'm timing it based on the mini-map about when I think he's going to run around there. Just start firing before he even rounds the corner and I take him down. It's a great tactic on my behalf again. Don't be afraid to pre-fire, especially when you got 30 rounds in a clip. That's why you got that many bolts. But again, that's another example of why you don't chase after enemies. Try to restrain yourself from those urges because it's going to catch you off guard when you're playing advanced players that want to capitalize on your predictability. Now in this position, I'm using a suppressor to my advantage. I couldn't get this guy's kill, but I know these guys are going to be rushing up this corridor in a second. And here's a guy making the faithful mistake again, trying to knife. Don't waste your time with it, guys, unless you got ample time. So now I'm going to use my weapon strengths to my advantage. Close quarters, full automatic AS Val, great in these kind of corridors, and takes out guys pretty quick. Now I get resurrected here and continue the mayhem. And don't be afraid to be aggressive in situations like this. Get out of your comfort zone. I'm not particularly comfort in close quarters like that, so I'm going to rush out here and meet the enemy heads on. Even though that guy's got a MK vacuum cleaner shotgun, I still take him out, catch him off guard. Pull out my weapon of choice for a sidearm, the MP443. Great with the tac light. You'll see me use that to my advantage later on. But I'm using this vehicle here for cover. My suppressive fire with this gun, the suppressor keeping me stealthed. The enemy doesn't have any clue I'm here. I'm just destroying them left and right. But the only way you're going to take me out is to shoot me from behind like that. So again, don't be afraid to be aggressive. Now in this clip I want to talk about bolt action sniper rifles and why I think they're so useless. I'm the recon class right now. I'm playing team deathmatch, being aggressive here. This guy gets a massive hit on me off my right. I have 4% health. You'll see here in a second. I just turn over. Before he even has a chance to chamber another round, he's down. I mean, again, epic fail from parts of the bolt action sniper rifles. Even post-patch, after they gave him a big damage buff, they're one-shot kills 15 meters and less. As you can see, even at short ranges like that, beyond 15 meters, completely useless. So do not recommend the bolt action sniper rifles. Last 2 clips here, I want to talk about longer kill streaks. This is part of an 18 kill streak, and I want to talk about how I position myself to give myself a tactical advantage based on the weapon I have, and how I always try to position myself to do that. I'll describe how I approach these enemy positions. I catch 2 guys out here in the open, and I immediately start taking on the guy that wants to start shooting them at me first. I mean, you gotta be able to assess your tactic, or present yourself a tactical scenario and prioritize your targets. That's what this game's all about. We got a piece of that guy. He did as me as well. We meet head on. Again, here, post-patch, suppressive fire. Both of us, we just may as well close our eyes and hope for the best. Unfortunately, I came on top on that one. But now, anytime I come across an enemy at range I don't think I can get, I always spot them before I start shooting at them. So I get a little piece of that guy. I got him spotted, and he's kind of doing what I did in that previous clip I showed you. He played it right. You know, he went down prone around that corner, waiting for me just to come barreling around that corner, chasing after him. But this is kind of how you want to approach these scenarios. Creep around the corner. Try to just expose just a little bit of their body so you can get that one bullet on them to finish them off. And that's how you be successful. Now pushing on up here towards position alpha. This is Davian Peak gameplay. Again, I get caught in one of these corridors where this SKS is not strong in these confined short scenarios, but I kill this guy, I'm suppressed now. Can't see anything, so now what I'm going to do is pull back and shake off that suppressive fire that guy had on me prior to pushing up, because I'm just useless if I can't see anything, right? So take the time to shake off that suppressive fire. Take advantage of any med packs you may find along the way, which I do here. Now I've positioned myself where I'm going to be a huge tactical threat to the enemy team, because there's not one gun in the game right here in these kind of scenarios that can take me out. I've got the range advantage, I've got the fire advantage, I've got a lot of rounds in this clip. I can take out guys all day long at this range. I'm just trying to distance myself from those vehicles off my right. Unfortunately, my team took them out, so teamwork's about. I'm using these barriers. Now I'm going to push up again and use these rocks and that tree in this elevation over here to give me even more tactical advantage and oversee this position. Again, it's not about the weapon, it's about how you use it and position yourself in this game. Now I've got a huge advantage. It's difficult for the enemy team to acquire me visually with all the shrubs and these jagged rocks in front of me. So I can see them a lot easier. I flushed out a couple of them with some grenades over there. See them running out here. Now, you know, just happen to see this guy up here in a second level. Now, reload's critical in this game. And again, the Magnum here is useless for these kind of ranges, but timing your reloads is everything. I reload here when I know it's safe. And I start taking on a guy. I don't finish him off. I get 4 bullets left as he runs behind this bulldozer. You'll see it here in a second. Alright, here he is. I'm missing him, get a couple of hits. I got 4 bullets left. I do not reload. I wait for him to come at me. Again, most people want to do that. So, had I been in the middle of a reloads animation right there, there's no way I would have been able to take that guy out. But restraining yourself gives you the upper hand sometimes. Look at this guy. I don't know what he was doing. So again here, I don't want to, I just have to cut this clip here because it goes on and on, but I want to show you the meat of that, about how you want to position yourself to use your weapon strengths to your advantage. Now this last little clip was the end part of this kill streak, where a good player here is Stilks here, Mr. Stilks. He's got a YouTube channel now. Check it out. He's just now coming around, but look how he's taking fire here. Don't do this, Stilks. I've got an elevation on you. I've got tactical advantage. A lot of players are guilty of that too. Sorry about that, guys. A lot of players are guilty about sticking their head out like that. Restrain yourself if you're taking fire from rounding that corner and coming after an enemy. Now this last clip, again, recon class. This is pre-patch, but pretty much same strategies. There's a couple other things I want to talk about. Don't be afraid to stick around in a vehicle if you're taking damage, because you got some time left still. But semi-automatic sniper rifles, again, not the best at close range, but still powerful guns. And this is pre-patch, but when the MAV used to be used something as terms of a motion detector, now you gotta use a tugs instead. But whenever I come up to an elevation like this and I see enemies running at me, I'll get a few shots on him, and unfortunately I miss that guy. I try to again finish him off with a grenade. That doesn't work. A lot of people would give up at this point when you're not successful and move on towards, maybe an objective or something, where I'm not going to allow that guy the time to stalk me. I'm going to come after him, and he was pretty much waiting for me. Had I just went on to that position alpha, he probably would have got me in the back. So don't give up on your enemies. Don't assume, is what I'm trying to get. Don't assume they're just running off and being happy and they're not gonna bother you anymore. You gotta be persistent sometimes. Now right here with the tactical light on the M9, similar to the MP443, not much difference, but in the scenarios like this where the enemy's kind of buried in a corner or something like this, they're utterly disabled when you get this light in their face, and that's why I like the tac light on the sidearms. I think that's critical. Really amplifies the effectiveness of your sidearm. Fortunately, that damn Jeep just blew up right there. It'll give me 2% health. So now again, I'm at a huge health disadvantage. I see 2 enemies coming at here in front of me. Do I pull the trigger on either one? No, 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 don't do it. Give yourself the advantage. That's a flanking shot. There's no way I'm going to be able to take out both those guys. So come up behind them, use stealth. I got a suppressor here. And then give myself the tactical advantage. That's what this game's all about. Prioritizing your targets, taking the time to assess the situation, and then determining what you want to do to give yourself the upper hand. So again, Rather than just prematurely starting shooting at people and hoping for the best, I'm going to make sure that I have the advantage. And coming up behind them, obviously, they don't have a chance. Clean up for you guys here with the sidearm M9. That's about it. This video. Just one last thing I want to talk about here is guys run around this corner. Great place to put yourself next to that dumpster. Basically, headshot kill gives me the advantage every time, and you know, with this kind of weapon, I'm not really going to be successful in those short-range engagements unless I use cover. And as I just basically demonstrated right there beautifully, how I use cover there to my advantage to take that guy out. Right here again, I got shots on a guy. I leave my reticle right on that corner in case he wants to stick his head out. A lot of players are guilty of doing that. Don't do it again. But with all my teammates here, there's just not much chance he has a survival. But hope those kind of gave you guys some tips. Hope it clarified some things. Just kind of want to describe how I think about, you know, when I'm playing this game and running in scenarios and long kill streaks like this. That's how you want to maintain your survivability in these kind of situations. Keep running around, don't camp, use your equipment wisely, but most important anything is prioritizing your targets and being able to put yourself in a position where you can have a tactical advantage, or at least have a chance to have, you know, an assessment of the battlefield and determine what you need to do. But I'll continue this series, Advanced Tactics series. Hope it helped you out. Like and subscribe to the video if it helped you out. And I'll have more to come from Windshare. Thanks for watching.